people become teachers and coaches each year, and there will always be a need for them. That is why I did an interview to learn more about the job of teaching and coaching. I interviewed a teacher at my school named Jouwstra. He teaches Spy Ed and health class and used to teach shop. He also is the head baseball coach and assistant coaches in both basketball and football. I chose to interview him because he's a role model to me and his job looks enjoyable. I think becoming a Spy Ed teacher would be fun because I could be around sports and still have an impact on kids' lives. If I were to become a teacher, I would also like to become the baseball coach and maybe help coach football too. The interview took place in his office after baseball practice on March 21. Let's start with talking about why he became a teacher. Before becoming a teacher, Ron was a carpenter and worked with his father. Ron came to our school 5 years ago when there was an opening for a shop teacher. He spent a couple of years in the shop, but then he became the Spy Ed and health teacher. I was curious about why he would leave his job with his father and work at the school. He said that the pay was better at his past job, but it was really hard on his body. Working outside during the cold Minnesota winters was hard, so he likes being able to work indoors at the school. I asked Ron many questions about being a teacher and coach. I asked him what made him want to leave his past job and become a teacher at Edgerton Public. He told me he wanted to become a teacher because he likes being around kids and athletics. He believes that becoming a teacher has kept him young, and he likes being a part of something that's bigger than himself. I was also wondering if he thought he would ever become a teacher. And he said the first time he thought about becoming a teacher was when he was a senior in high school. Now let's talk about communication. Working in a school requires quite a bit of communication, usually face-to-face. He believes that being an effective communicator is huge, because if you can't communicate, then you will never be able to get your points across. Ron tries to keep the lines of communication with the students open. He allows students to call him by his first name and allows kids to come to him and talk whenever they need without feeling judged. To become a good communicator, you need to use some good strategies. Ron tries to get on their level and try to understand where they are coming from. He tries to see things through other people's eyes, and I also asked him what age range he usually works with and how that changes his strategies. He said he usually works with junior high kids, freshmen, and sophomores. He says communicating with them can be tricky because they are on the edge between junior high and high school. Let's finish with how his job has changed him. Final questions I asked Ron were how he has changed since becoming a teacher and what he has learned from being a teacher and a coach. He says he has become a lot mellower than he used to be. He said he has learned a lot since becoming a teacher and coach. He has cleaned up his language and has become better at understanding different people by getting to see life through their eyes. Overall, doing this interview and presentation was very beneficial to me. I learned how to do an interview and also learned more about teaching and coaching. The most important thing that I learned from this interview is that communication is a huge part of being a teacher. I feel that I could become a good teacher and coach if that is what I choose to do in the future. I hope that after hearing this presentation, you will have a better understanding of what it takes to become a teacher and coach.